Lesson 11. Physics. Hello fellow game designers, welcome to the Wicked Cat Unity Introduction course. Today we are going to cover physics materials. Step 9. Physics materials. Physics materials are a special type of material used to adjust friction and bouncing effects on colliding game objects. To create a new physics material, go to Assets, Create, and select Physics Material. This will create a new physics material in your project. Next, to add the physics material to a game object, grab it from your project view and drop it on the game object collider. If you select the physics material, you can see its properties on the Inspector tab. The first two parameters allow you to control the friction of the material. Friction is what prevents surfaces from sliding off each other. This value is critical when trying to stack objects. The value of static friction is used when the object is lying still, preventing the object from moving. If a strong enough force is applied to the object, this will start to move. This is when the physics material starts to use the dynamic friction. The dynamic friction will then attempt to slow down the object while it is in contact with another. Dynamic friction can be a value from 0 to 1. The value of 0 gives no friction, creating a surface like ice. If you set the value to 1, this will make a very high friction, making the game object stop fast unless a lot of force or gravity pushes it. For static friction you can also set values between 0 and 1. Again, 0 means no friction, making it very easy for the game object to start moving, while the value 1 will make it very hard to move. The next parameter is bounciness. If you set the value to 0, the game object will not bounce. However, if you set it to 1, it will bounce without loss of energy. Next you have friction combine and bounce combine. The first one defines how the frictions of the two game objects are combined, while the second one defines how the bounciness of the two game objects are combined. You can set this parameters to average, minimum, maximum or multiply. Average will create an average between the two values. Minimum will select the smallest of the two values, maximum uses the largest to the two values. And finally, multiply will multiply the values with each other. Moving on, you have friction direction 2. This is the direction of anisotropy. Anisotropic friction is enabled if this direction is not 0. Next you have dynamic friction 2 and static friction 2. This values work like the first two parameters we saw, but applied to anisotropy. This means this values will be applied to the friction direction 2. This was our video on Unity 3D physics materials. On the next video, we will start looking at joints. If you have any doubts or feedback, leave it on the comment section below. Until next time, and keep doing awesome games.